A 3-day festival celebrating the power of live performance kicks off at the annual Festival of Stories and Songs. And here to tell us about it are the event creators and co-founders of Story and Song Center for Arts and Culture, Donna Kaufman and Mark Kaufman. Welcome back to both of you.
Thank you so much.
And
Thanks for coming down today. We appreciate it. It's great to see you again. So you founded the bookstore/bistro 8 years ago. It has since become a community hub for artists and creatives of all kinds. But for people who aren't familiar with it, just tell us a little bit about kind of what the kind of the genesis was of the bookstore, what the conceit was when you formed it, and also a little bit about how the pandemic impacted its evolution.
Well, we came to Amelia Island 25 years ago from Nashville, and our favorite thing to do was to go out and listen to singer-songwriters. So once we moved here, we started inviting some of the friends we had come to know because Donna had started a songwriter night at the bookstore that she used to manage in Nashville. And the series took off. We ran it for about 15 years, called it an evening of story and song. So that was the origin. And I think what we appreciated was so many of our songwriter friends saying, well, I'm really an author with attention deficit disorder. That's why I write songs. But they are stories in their own right.
Yeah. The focus on live storytelling, live performance, Donna, why is that so important, not just to you as someone that puts on this festival, but to us in the audience? Why does it matter?
well, and we were waiting, listening to the first segment today, I'm reminded that we are surrounded by stories. You cover local stories, regional stories. We are inundated with stories on the national and international stage. So stories are part of our lives. And we decided that the Festival of Stories and Songs would embrace all of the art forms so we could tell the personal stories, the stories of transformation, the stories that changed our lives, made us laugh, had us look at life in a different way. So these are stories that are told personally, which you could go onto YouTube and see lots of things. You can talk with people on social media, but it's not the same as being together in one room, taking in a shared experience.
And I would say that the need for those kinds of stories, as opposed to perhaps the stories that we're talking about, that are everywhere, which are sometimes harder to hear or perhaps don't carry quite the same inspirational level or just kind of emotional weight.
Mm-hmm.
So the stories that you focus on and the guests that you're bringing in really are rooted in, human experience. Very often they're comic entertainers, but they also have some very poignant messaging as well. So how do you choose the folks? Who are you looking forward to most this year?
Well, one of the things that we loved doing last fall was going to the National Storytelling Festival. And that's been going on for 50 some years. So we sat in on 27 hours of storytelling. And these storytellers were from all over the place with all kinds of different personalities and life stories. So we binged in person, and our whole committee we've watched a lot of performers together to see, is there the audience connection? Is there the heartstrings? Is there the laughter? Because Mark and I always say that story and song is what saves us right now. We talked about the diet of news earlier today. I think we all need to take a look at the diet of the information that we take in. And so we'd like to invite people to come and sit, feel connected in a human way, and laugh a lot.
Yeah.
So we got to see some of the people that had been here the first 2 years. We met some new people as well. And I think what impressed me the most was the variety of stories. So you had some that were incredibly personal, like Kevin Kling, who was one of our guests last year, talks about, being born with a birth defect that left him without the use of a hand, and then getting into a motorcycle accident that left him without the use of his other arm, and how he can stand on stage and crack wise is just remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are others, I think, who just have so much fun making up stories. Like one of our guests was Paul Strickland, who makes up a story about his Aunt True and his Uncle False.
Right. Well, let's get to this year because we've only got about 40 seconds left.
Oh.
But we've got the headliner is Carmen Agra Deedy. She's a children's storytime storyteller and an Emmy award-winning children's program creator. You also have Andy Offutt Irwin, who is a singer-songwriter and a humorist. You have Rough and Tumble and Flagship Romance performing music. So what do you want people most to know about how to attend, how to get involved?
Well, I think in terms of how to get involved and what you'll get, think variety show. We will have so many different people bringing all kinds of instruments. We've got mandolins, we've got ukuleles and guitar. And so these folks are not only telling stories, they're bringing them to life with their music. So go on to storyandsongarts.org and look at the schedule. Since we're so close, it starts tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We are starting to sell out of a couple of shows.
Yeah. And I think this is just our version of Prairie Home Companion.
There you
Well,
go.
it's a great event. Mark Kaufman, Donna Kaufman, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all you do.
Our pleasure.
Thank you, Ann.
All right.